All right, time for my favorite segment where we get to highlight the latest releases of what's out in gaming. And there's some really good stuff. So let's start off with SplitGate 2. This is a sequel to a game that came out purely out of surprise a few years back, the first game, SplitGate. And what it was really, it was a mix of Halo with a little bit of that Titanfall versatile movement and portals. So a shooting game with portals. And honestly, it was extremely popular for its time. But from what I understood about it is the developing team was very small. It required a lot of investment to kind of expand, and they eventually did. And so they kind of closed down SplitGate after some time and have been working on SplitGate 2, and it's finally out. An open beta is out for free to play right now. And it really seems like SplitGate 2 doesn't just want to revive the slick sci-fi shooter experience. It wants to reshape it with its jet-fueled momentum and some of the most satisfying traversal since Titanfall 2. Now, I got to play with my friends literally just the other day, and it was a thumbs up from all of us. We were like, yep, this is definitely going to be a weekend hit for us, a weekend regular that we're going to play every week. And I'm excited to hopefully get it when it fully releases. It's built on the original's portal-based gunplay, and this free-to-play sequel doubles down on competitive intensity and style. Players step into this neon-lit arenas, and where it's all about quick reflexes, smarter positioning, and physics-defying creativity, and using the portals to basically surprise your enemies and outmaneuver them. It's the kind of multiplayer shooter that rewards both raw aim and tactical finesse, giving players endless ways to outthink and outmaneuver their opponents. And the portal mechanics aren't just a gimmick, they're perhaps one of your most powerful weapons, offering moment-to-moment decisions that make every match feel different. And even though the beta right now is a bit of a rough takeoff, there was some queuing issues that me and my friends couldn't get in. We had to wait a little bit, but it's stabilizing really fast, and it's what's important is that it's playable. And so for FPS players who are kind of burnt out by predictable formats, SplitGate 2 brings in the chaos and strategy and back to competitive play. So bring in a few friends, play it, and have a great time. It's for free to download on open beta. It's called SplitGate 2. Then we have Tainted Grail, the Fall of Avalon. If you love Arthurian legends or mythology, and you always wanted to kind of explore that world, but with a bit of a dark and moody twist, this is going to be right up your alley. Tainted Grail, The Fall of Avalon, is an open-world, first-person RPG that pulls you into a grim, crumbling Avalon, where long-dead legends lie forgotten and a red plague gnaw at what is left of civilization. It's familiar territory for fans of classic RPGs, but Fall of Avalon, it gets its hooks in by grounding player progression in dialogue, exploration, and choices that actually ripple outward. And there's this sort of wild and chaotic force called the hopefully I'm going to pronounce this right, Weirdness, and it's constantly reshaping the world, adding an eerie, almost dreamlike quality to even the most mundane quests. Combat is tactical, and it's a bit scrappy in the early hours, but it improves the more you lean into your weapon and weapon choices and skill preferences. So whether you're chatting it up with creepy druids, looting bizarre relics, or blocking skeleton strikes, Fall of Avalon is for players who crave the slower burn of deep world immersion. And it's definitely going to be your ideal type of game for the weekend. If you're someone who loves, again, medieval, Arthurian-esque games like this, so check it out. It's called Tainted Grail, Fall of Avalon. It's available now on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. But bear in mind, it's still in early access. Then we have one more. I always like to throw in a little indie, and this one's called Out of Sight. This is an indie horror, and it flips the horror genre's perspective, literally. You play as a girl named Sophie, who is blind and must navigate a haunted mansion by seeing through her teddy bear's eyes. It's a brilliant twist on the usual run-and-hide horror formula that turns every puzzle into a game of perception and placement. Part puzzle, part platformer, part stealth horror. The game balances all of that really well. Animated visuals are also something that really gives it a creepy, genuine design, and an unnerving stealth sequences that keep you and your teddy bear on high alert. The second-person gameplay creates a unique disconnect. Your eyes are wherever the bear is, which adds real strategy to how and when you play him. It's short also, just around 3 hours, but it's packed with clever mechanics and a surprising amount of heart. You can think of it as Little Nightmares if you've ever played that, with just enough of narrative backbone to keep you curious about the mansion's past. So for horror fans looking for more inventive ways to enjoy horror experiences, then Out of Sight will definitely be right up your alley. It's available now on PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and the Nintendo Switch. Again, it's called Out of Sight. And those are the latest releases of what's out in gaming. If I missed out on anything, if there's something you're checking out this week, let me know. Share your thoughts. Would love to hear your opinions on the matter. But with that, guys, time to wrap it up here on the Evening Buzz, and we'll see you guys on the next episode every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday from 8 till 9 p.m. Keeping you guys busy and entertained all throughout the weekend shift, only here on Pulse 95. This is Mikail Atiyeh signing out. Have a good one.